Ladies and gentlemen, we got Charlie Kirk today getting confronted by an anti-Israel heckler on AIPAC, and watch his legendary response.
So a couple of months ago, Thomas Massey went on Tucker Carlson, revealing how every Republican congressman has their own AIPAC person, pushing them to vote in favor of foreign aid to Israel. And this year, AIPAC spent over $400,000 trying to oust Massey from Congress, and in total, AIPAC has used over $100 million ousting both Republicans and Democrats deemed insufficiently pro-Israel. So, to get to my question, why is Thomas Massey the only Republican willing to criticize these foreign lobby or any other pro-Israel donors, such as Miriam Adelson giving $100 million to the Trump campaign? Why are both of you unwilling to ever criticize AIPAC or even address it or acknowledge it? Aren't they, like, literally, fundamentally undermining American sovereignty?
Well, first of all, I love Thomas Massey, and I have him speak at our events.
I mean, Thomas has become a great friend, and
he
somebody
just lost
that supports
his
him,
wife.
I'm never
It's
going to
so
speak
sad.
against that.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
so, yeah, I don't
So what do
know.
you think about what he said at Tucker Carlson? That every,
Yeah, I mean, of course
every Republican congressman has their own AIPAC person. Why aren't you talking about this?
Well, again, we have a lot of things to talk about, but yes, I mean, I'm...
The Jews control the world. Basically, that's what the guy is saying. You know, I think AIPAC is, again, it's Americans that are advocating on behalf of Israel. It's not Israelis that are this Israeli lobby influencing American politics. It's actually American Jews mostly that are trying to advocate for Israel. So not a foreign government, but rather American citizens.
pro-Israel. I'm guessing you're not, yeah?
Not really, no.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. I mean, that would be why you're against it. But yes, I think that
I'm against the Israel lobby control, like $100 million AIPAC has used in total, ousting both Republicans and Democrats.
I understand the
You have
situation.
to address the question.
I was just kind of figuring out where you're coming from. What do you want me to denounce? Americans getting involved in the electoral process, exactly?
I want you to condemn AIPAC for literally ousting insufficiently pro-Israel.
Yeah, what is there to condemn, though, exactly?
They're undermining American sovereignty. It's a foreign lobby.
But these are American citizens, aren't they?
No, it's a
No.
whole lobby.
Hold on,
the
no,
whole
hold on.
lobby.
American-Israeli Political Action Committee legally
Right.
can only accept money from American citizens. So what you're saying is that these are Jewish people. You want to fill in the blank for me?
Well, Miriam Adelson is Jewish.
I know, but she's an American citizen. So what's wrong with Americans getting involved in the democratic process?
Is AIPAC and other pro-Israel are they undermining American
Well,
sovereignty?
no, let me ask
Yes
you a
or
question.
no?
Hold on a second.
You're dodging
Is
the
the
question.
American Armenian Association lobby in D.C. undermining American sovereignty?
Could you repeat that?
Is the American Armenian Association, which he represented against Azerbaijani incursion, are they undermining American sovereignty?
Are Armenian lobbies paying hundreds of millions of
A
dollars
lot,
ousting?
actually, there's a lobbying fight right now
Right.
in D.C. over Azerbaijan and Armenia.
Okay.
For example, are Taiwanese Americans that advocate that China does not incur against them, are they undermining American sovereignty?
what
Hold on a
Armenian
second.
lobby?
Are Ukrainian Americans that are lobbying for money so that they can repel Vladimir Putin, are they undermining American sovereignty? Can you answer those questions, or is it only the Jews that are undermining American sovereignty?
Can you give one specific example of an Ukrainian lobby in America?
I'm sorry, what?
Give one example of an Ukrainian lobby.
I can't understand. Say that.
He's asking, give one example of a Ukrainian lobby.
Oh, a lot.
I think
Ukrainian oligarchs
yeah.
hire American lobbyists all the time. So do Americans. So the point
That's
is
why we're
this.
funding Ukraine.
The point is that the standard that you are setting for Israel, which albeit is a very principled stand, you should apply it to every other foreign country and the immigrants thereof that have come to this country that lobby Washington, D.C. for countries they care about.
Right.
And yet Israel gets all the attention. And so half the world's Jewry with a country the size of New Jersey in the Middle East that has democratic elections, individual rights, and is the most like America in the Middle East seems to be the obsession of the American media and the American college campuses. You have to wonder why.
Because we're being dragged into a war with Iran.
Well-
Obviously. I don't
But
get the question.
but now you're changing the topic, though. You gotta help me understand why is it. And I'm not picking on you, but it's like AIPAC gets all this attention, fine. But there are hundreds of other individual lobbying groups where Americans that came from other countries are lobbying for D.C. to do specific action for or against a country they care about. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a Cuban that comes to America that then goes to D.C. and advocates for sanctions on Cuba. You would so
I would just say, let's say we had just started this with a different premise. In general, let's say you walk up to the mic and you say that I don't think that I want special interests funded by money to have more of a say in the United States of America than the voice of every citizen. I think that that is a coherent, respectable, and understandable point of view. I think if you came up and further said that I don't want foreign countries, and that's again for the reason Charlie explained, that's not AIPAC, but foreign countries, which are also lobbying the United States as registered and often unregistered agents, impacting our foreign policy decisions based on how they're propping up politicians as their puppets. Is that something that both Republicans and Democrats, for a lot of foreign influences and a lot of domestic influences of special interests, have been guilty of for a really long time? Yes, is the answer to that question. So I think that that's a perfectly legitimate beef with the way that our bastardized form of American democracy has worked for a very long time. But I do think that Charlie makes a really valid point where anybody who ever usually brings up this issue usually picks their pet cause that they're against to hang that at the stake rather than to actually approach the issue even-handedly across the board. And I think if you're willing to do that, that could be a far more constructive conversation. That's where I'm at on the issue.
And just,
so
I guess,
you,
one other question. Do you believe that Israel has a right to exist in its current form?
Sure.
Okay, we agree. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that it's a situation of hate the game, don't hate the player, right? So you're going to talk about how AIPAC is doing all these terrible things. It's like, maybe you should hate the fact that there are special interests or people that are able to influence American politicians in that way. I'm not of that opinion. I think that it's fine. I think that, at the end of the day, politicians are going to be influenced one way or the other, whether it be family members, whether it be people that are doing business with them, they're going to be influenced. And, I think that having our stake in the game, having AIPAC is fine, and having our player in the game is 100% good. And so people that hone in and say AIPAC is controlling Congress, why don't you go ahead and try to lobby for, maybe you're a Ukrainian, maybe you are Russian, maybe you are, Asian. You should be trying to lobby for your country if you truly believe in it, if you truly want that to happen. Or you should be lobbying for Palestine if you want. If you want to advocate for Hamas, go ahead, go to Congress, try to do it. But don't hate the fact that AIPAC is very effective and often gets a lot of people either, takes them down, meaning a lot of Jamal Bowman, for example, took him down. He was pro Hamas. They took him down and he lost his seat. So they have a lot of influence. I think that it's definitely overblown comparative to other in lobbying groups. But the point is, everybody hates the player when in reality they should hate the game. And I don't hate the game, but if you're going to hate the game, that is a principled position. But going in and trying to hone in on AIPAC, it's probably because you hate the Jews, as Charlie Kirk put it. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.